I remember when I was a boy, about 10 years. Well, the speculators always come through town with droves of slaves. And the poor critters were nearly froze to death. See, they always come along on the last days of December so that the niggers would be ready for the sale on the first day of January. And many's the time I see 4 or 5 of them chained together. And they never had enough clothes on to keep a cat warm. Well, the women never wore anything but a thin dress and a petticoat, one underwear. And I've seen ice balls hanging from the bottom of their dresses as they run along, just like sheep in a pasture before they are sheared. And they never wore any shoes. Just run along on the ground, all spewed up with ice. The speculators, they rode on horses. They drove the poor niggers. And if they got cold, they made the niggers run till they were warm again. And the speculators stayed in the hotel. And they put the niggers in the quarters, just like droves of hogs. And all through the night, I'd hear them mourning, praying. I didn't know the Lord would let people live who were so cruel. The gate was always locked. There was a guard on the outside to shoot anyone who tried to run away. And I remember when they put them on the block to sell them, the ones between 18 and 30 always brought the most money. And if the one they was going to sell was a young Negro man, this is what the auctioneer would say. He'd stand off at a distance and he'd say, "Gentlemen and fellow citizens, here is a big black buck Negro. He's stout as a mule, good for any kind of work, and he never gives any trouble. How much am I offered for him?" And then the auction would commence, and the nigger would be sold to the highest bidder. If the one they put up was a young nigger woman, this is what it says. "Here is a young nigger wench. How much am I offered for her?" And the poor thing would stand on the block all shivering and shaking and nearly froze to death. And the poor mothers, they begged the speculators to sell them with the husbands. The speculator, he only take what he wants. That's all.